be a very short mail call because Elizabeth and Carlene have gone to the vet with Sizzle. Sizzle was seen on Monday. There was no urgency, and she's not feeling well, but she's feeling much better now. She's eating. I had dinner with Sizzle last night, and she begged like a bad girl. She ate half my dinner, so her appetite is back. She's feeling better. Her game is on. So, but just as a precaution, we're bringing Sizzle up to the vet. She had a 5 o'clock appointment. That was all we could get, and so just because she's an old dog. So that's where Elizabeth and Carlene went. I've been doing construction in the back barn all day and working on the fence with the Adriana, who's putting in the fence that Murphy destroyed last year. So that was good. That's coming along nicely. Let's see what else is going on. We had a job this morning, but I also had a meeting that I couldn't get out of for grants. So I called, was it Avita up in Newburyport, and I asked if they would like to either postpone or reschedule, or they would just like to have dogs. And they said that they would like to reschedule because they like the dogs and other stuff. So, and we were just there 2 weeks ago, so I had no problem doing that. So I'm getting them back on the calendar. And then what else is going on? Tomorrow we're at Hunt Hospital in the morning, and then Friday, going out of memory, Friday the Aspen rehab. So, which we've now, when we go there, we're going to do the upstairs and the downstairs at the same time. Anything else going on in the farm? Yeah, so we got news today that we have made it to the next round on this grant that we're trying to apply for. There was 900 nonprofits that applied for the grant, and 300 were selected to go for the next round. We were one of the 300, so that's really good. And about 100 will get the grant. So, but I feel like that with the meeting I sat through today was just like preparation and how to write the grant and how to apply, how to do the next round and things like that. And I feel like we're going in very strong because our impact to the community is huge. And we can quantify that because Cloud takes, every time we go to a nursing home, Cloud, I fill out the form for Cloud, and Cloud records how many people we've seen. And then she has this huge spreadsheet, and it's so at the end of the week and the month, end of the year, we have the exact number of places we've been, the towns that we've been in, and the number of people that we saw in each facility. Last year, I've said this before, but last year we saw 7,999 people in facilities, whether that's hospice, nursing homes, whatever. We try to have the goal of seeing at least 100 people a week, and we've pretty much consistently are over that goal. So yeah, I'm the boring one. My head is always in trying to keep the organization running and sustainable. So I'm focused on getting ready for the holidays. I've been working on putting together a Christmas card and a distribution not only to all of the people that support us, but also a distribution to all of the facilities that we go and visit something, and then putting together some. There is that picture frame with the dogs at Christmas time, so I'm going to be giving that to some of our big donors for a little Christmas present. So I'm trying to reach out to people and show them during Thanksgiving, and when we're not eating turkey, that we are thankful for all the support throughout the year. We still haven't decided what we're having for turkey or what we're going to do at Thanksgiving. Yeah, we got nothing. We have nothing planned. I think Betsy's going to ride Chester and hunt. I'm still on the fence on whether I'm going to go to the hunt, and I'm planning on going down to Aiken following Thanksgiving. Not really sure what day, but Gwen is coming up here, so she can manage Carlene and the chaos. And so I'm going to try to get down there because I've got a bunch of stuff I need to get ready for bringing the animals down. We'll be using Angus, the little donkey that was just placed up in New Hampshire. He's looking like he's going to make the ride down to Aiken. And then we are going to I'm going to probably take Willow down with me, the puppy, who's growing up really well, and Flower, the mini horse, and the bunny, and 2 of the pet chickens. And we'll be doing nursing homes down in Aiken. When I'm down there right after Thanksgiving, I'm going to be going to, I have a list of nursing homes that I've been communicating with where we can go. And so I'll be setting up the schedule for the time that I'm down there. And so we'll officially have a Goldy's Farm South, which is ideal because up here in the north, we're getting into the winter schedule where the cameras are all on winter scenes and not much is going on the farm. We don't have visits up here. And going out to nursing homes, we'll just be using the indoor animals, the dogs and the chicken bingo and whatever else we can muster up to go inside because it's miserably cold up here. But I don't do well in the cold. I never have. I don't like it. So, and this way we can continue having a huge outreach to people, but just down in the Augusta, because Aiken is about, well, my property is 11 miles to the city of Augusta, which is kind of a rural, yeah, it's a, I wouldn't say rural, it's a city that that needs a little bit of refurbishing, and it's not like a New England city that's thriving. It's kind of a there's a lot of, I guess it's okay to say that I think there's a lot of poverty in and around the Augusta area. So the nursing homes that we would be going to, I'm sure, are underfunded, and will be really ecstatic to have. Well, the people that I've talked to already are explaining this to me. They don't have things like an activities director, but they would love to have us come and visit. So it will be a new outreach for us to people down south, but we'll be doing the same thing. So excited about that. Also, sad news, Betty Tingley passed away. She was a great, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, look at the light. Elizabeth told me, look at the light and I won't sneeze. Okay. I'm not going to sneeze. So Betty Tingley has been a great supporter. She followed us all through the Service Dog Project days and has transferred over to the Goldy's Warrior days. And she's best known for bringing food to or delivering food to crucial times during the growth stage of Goldy's Farm. She provided all of the food for the donkey, the donkey derby last year, which was really fantastic. All of the runners got some food, and the competitors, and then the people that were here just helping out all weekend. We had food for everybody, and it was really nice. She's also sent us food during the times when we were still trying to get started, and it was really helpful. So it's sad passing. And I know a lot of people are chatting about that online, and she'll be missed because I know she was always an active voice on the online chats. So that's all I have for mail call. I don't even know how to get onto the questions. Maybe I could give it a try to get onto the questions. My phone is always out of batteries, and I will take pictures of what I'm doing in the back, the Tanner barn. The barn back there, the divider between the two stalls was crumbling down and starting to fall over and exposed some of the screws that were drilled into animals over time. The mules, the donkeys, I've kicked it, and I've been trying to keep it safe back there, pulling out. But it's to the point where I've been afraid to put animals back in the tanner barn, because if they kick it really hard and the boards come down, then the screws will be pointing up and they could step on it. So last weekend I took down the divider with Carlos, who was been helping on the boat project. I recruited him over to help put up the dividing walls, which is really nice. And then gotten a little bit inspired, so I've been doing a bunch of other work back there. So let's see if I can get to the maybe if I would just go to YouTube and see if there's any questions. And sorry, I'm not as entertaining as Elizabeth. It is what it is. Okay, it's showing me that I have to update my, I'm going to say not now, my app for YouTube. All right. And then I'm going to search on Goldy's Farm. And Goldy's Farm. And then, boy, my phone is really cold. Okay, there's the yard camera. Okay, and here, this one is the studio. Oh, there I am. There I am on the studio. Ooh, okay. All right. All right. Okay. So, sorry to hear about that. People are talking about how long we'll be going to Aiken. I'm going to go there. Well, Gwen is here for, so I'll leave after Thanksgiving, sometime after Thanksgiving. I know she's coming up. She has a college reunion on the 29th. So I know she'll be on the 29th, so I'm hoping she stays here a week. So I will be there at least a week. And then I'm coming back because last year there was a rush before Christmas. We were all dressed up in the costumes, and we went to a bunch of different nursing homes. So I'm going to try to, I'm going to get back on probably the 15th, and then we're just going to, between Christmas, the 15th and Christmas, we're just going to be banging out visits to nursing homes. I'm going to I tried this last year and I failed. I'm going to try another to get some carolers to go with me to nursing homes. We could bring like a pony and maybe the bunny and maybe a donkey, and we could all dress up and we could sing Christmas carols. But the problem with that plan is that if anyone's ever heard me singing, which I hope you haven't, I'm terrible. So yeah, so I'm trying to get some loud carolers to go with us, but recruiting people around the holidays is difficult. They should put a sliding door on. I don't know what that is for. Sounds weird. Oh yeah, Claudette is out there feeding the animals. And my pink hat, yes, I've been wearing the same pink hat I know for about 2 weeks. It is so cold up here. So I do have more than one hat, but I can't find the second one, so this is what I've been wearing. There is a hat here that I noticed the other day that I should wear. Let me go get it here. Hold on a second. This is the hat that I pulled out the other day that I really should start wearing. There. I think this one goes like this. Oh, this is better. Actually, it's a neck warmer. It's actually better. How's that? Okay, so now I have a new hat. Fingers crossed on the grant. Oh, we're very, very excited about this grant. I don't want to jinx myself. But I think, this is bad for me to say this, but I really feel like we deserve it. The whole meeting today was about describing your impact to the community. And, there was a lot of people, there was, 300 people on the call, and they had a lot of questions and a lot of people were struggling because they didn't keep records of their impact, and they, how to describe their impact when they weren't making as big as impact that they want to make with the funding that they're trying to get. So, and we're like, we've been doing on a shoestring budget for about 3 years now. It's been definitely 2023, 2024. So it's 3 years. So yeah, and we're good. I really feel that, so I feel that as long as I adequately describe it to impact, and I'll be using the graph that Cloud provides, I think we're good. I'm hoping. Any other questions that people might have? It is hump day, yep. Susan was at the vet appointment. Hi, everyone. Okay, so that's the beginning. Oh, that goes down to the bottom. I used Betty's picture for the bricks I bought. It's the last line of bricks at the bottom. Thank you for buying bricks. I guess we are turning the corner towards what's today, the 17th? Yes. Another brick month is coming upon us. So 193 bricks have been bought from a total of 500. So that's 35%. Yeah, that's a good start. Yep. Fingers crossed that we will. I'm trying also to get it so that we can get more people onto the program of buying bricks. But we've had a lot. It really is like I know my expectations of what we were to accomplish this year far exceeded our abilities, but we managed to have done it. I wanted to refurbish the whole property while continuing to do all of these, all of our weekly visits and we brought more and more people this summer onto the property, which is fantastic. And it also expanded the animals that we have on the property, some more diverse animals. And you know what, I don't tell Elizabeth this, but I was thinking about a pig today. I saw something on Facebook, and I'm like, God, wouldn't it be nice to have a pig that went to a nursing home? I wonder, I have to figure out I have to think about, like, how do pigs, I think if you brought a pig, I don't know enough about pigs. I need to do a little research if you guys want to do some research. But those little miniature pigs, people are always dumping them because they're really cute little miniature pigs, but they actually do grow to be quite a big size. But you put a little pig in one of the little carriages that we have, and I wonder, do they pee and poop inside or would they? Yeah, because I always have to worry about that first, because at the end of the day, when we go to the nursing homes, I'm always the one that grabs the cleanup, because I figured I'm the one that got us all into this life of bringing animals to nursing homes. Shit, I got to clean it up. So I'm always the one. Like yesterday. Was it? No. What's today? Oh, yeah, it was yesterday. We went to Wakefield, and we brought the 2 pet chickens, which were the hit. You never really know, and sometimes it's like the crowd that you're in. But I brought the 2 little chickens they're in this little the side pen where they're not exposed to other birds, so you don't see them on camera, but they're very little, and people just love them. But these are the same 2 chickens that we bring on Chicken Bingo, and they're terrible at Chicken Bingo because they don't poop. Well, they didn't seem to have that problem yesterday. These little poopers, I brought them in, and immediately this one woman wanted to hold one, and the other one just ran around pooping like everywhere it went. And I kept cleaning up poop, and I couldn't even catch it. It was running all over the place. But finally, I think he was all out of poop, and we were able to pick him up. And people just love seeing chickens and patting the chicken. They're really easy to bring places. You could just throw them in a box in the car, throw one of the baby carriages in, do Chicken Bingo, and people just love to see them too. So that's good. And you post pictures. Oh, so the deal with going to Aiken is I'm actually going to be doing exactly what I'm doing up here. So I try to do this every time I go to nursing homes, but sometimes I forget. Like last week I didn't post a lot, and sometimes I just forget. I try to post today's adventure. I will make much more. I will be much more committed to doing that when I go to the nursing homes in Aiken. I'm going to try it a little harder. They can be used to train a litter box. See, I think a little mini pig might be good, but don't tell Elizabeth. She will go and get them tomorrow. Like, she'll go tonight. She'll find mini pigs tonight and bring them home, and then we'll have mini pigs. I need to think about it. I thought about the idea of guinea pigs. Guinea pigs might be just as good too. We need little cute animals that people could just cuddle, because those chickens, people love to cuddle with chickens. Who would have thought? So a full-grown mini pig typically weighs between 100 and 200 pounds. Some can reach 250 pounds, and they live 15 to 20 years. That's what I'm worried about, is my son he's going to inherit all these animals when I die. And he's going to get, well, I think the turkeys are okay because they only live like between 2 and 4 years. The donkeys could live. One of the reasons I wanted to rehome Angus is because Angus is going to live to at least 40 years. Donkeys live between 40 and 45 years. So, yeah, that's going to be a problem. And like Arthur's, he's only 4 or 5 years old. So that's going to be a problem. So if I leave him, but he already knows about the donkeys. But if I end up leaving him with things like pigs that live for a long time, he's not going to be very happy about that. So, but by the way, my son is also on board to be when, not that this is going to happen, but if I got hit by a bus tomorrow, I've always said Carlene's going to outlive me. She is so healthy too, by the way, but if I got hit by a bus tomorrow and nobody was to run Goldy's farm, Colby's on board to manage it. So don't think that there's not a long, sustainable plan far off into the future. But he's hoping it's so far off into the future because he's got his own career as a engineer. He lives about an hour from here. So, anyways, so that's all good. But it's yeah. So barbecue, eat pig, peanuts, whole watermelons. I don't know what that is, but any animals that come on this property, we don't like to eat. So. Yeah, so if it comes onto the property, we're not going to eat it. Although some of those goats really drive me crazy, boy. I don't like the goats anymore. And I know that's a big conflict for all of you people who think these goats, and they are sweet, and they are, but you go in there, and just caring for the goats will make you hate them. If you just visit with the goats, they're nice. But if you have to care for them, they're awful. They're awful. Because they will sell their soul to knock you over to get and crash through the doors to get a little tiny handful of grain. And that's annoying. So, any other questions that you want me to answer? So okay, good. Again, don't tell Elizabeth about the pig, but barbecue, okay. Oh, they had to barbecue their pig. Ooh, yeah, I wouldn't do that to the pig. So, yeah. But if we get a pig, now I've already had to give up beef because of Elvis, turkey because of Sally, and I would never eat a goat anyways, even though I don't like them. So now pigs would be down to almost a vegetarian. I still eat fish because we're not going to be bringing goldfish to seniors, so we're safe there. Yeah, the horned goats. Don't feel sorry for them. They do have. I know Elizabeth has said this a number of times. They have it gigantic. They get all around the pond. They can go into the A field. They can go on the hill. They've got huge areas. But they go in the barn, the Deagle house now. There's a little barn in there. There's hay in there. There's water in there. And they started going in there. They have a really thick coat. So they're not cold like, everybody worries so much about whether the animals are cold. I'm cold, okay? Just so you know, I'm cold. But those goats have a really, really thick fur, and they are built for this weather. We should all go vegetarian. Yeah, I agree. I should be a vegetarian until I'm really hungry, and that's the problem is once I'm really hungry, I will eat anything. So I don't, I'm so busy all the time. I don't get around food, but when I get around food, like I sneak in here and grab 6 of those, and then 6 of those little toffee things. And I don't know who put those Reese's in, but those will be going pretty shortly. All right, so I think that's probably all I had for today. If there's no other questions, Elizabeth and Carlene will be back tomorrow. She's got her recycling pile. I put Elizabeth in charge of recycling yesterday, and it seems to be in a pile right here. Not sure what that's all about, but that's all I had. And they should not hit, but they should not hit people. They're missing human contact. Well, Michelle goes over there. I don't know if there's stuff. Michelle supposedly hand feeds them, but they like to be around people and stuff. But the problem is they also like to butt you, and so I don't know what to do about that. But they do. Michelle gives them cookies every day, and sometimes, you know, maybe I should make a better effort at letting them out and taking them for a walk. Going to MSP, returning for, okay, so I think that's all we got for today, and I will make a better effort. Maybe I'll take the goats for a walk. Once all this construction and all fixing all the broken stuff is over, then I will have more time to relax and enjoy what we do here at Goldy's Farm. But really, I get so focused on getting everything done. The last thing I need to worry about too is the plumbing in the barn. Going to have heat in the feed room this year because I don't want to pay for the heat. So we're going to have to switch to drain the pipes and all the rest. We have last year when we turned on the water, it looked like what the service dog project has done is every time a pipe burst, they just shut that line off and shut that line off and shut that line off. So I didn't know that, so I went in and turned all the lines on, and then I turned the water on, and it was like you know, all the pipes need to be replaced. But we decided which pipes we don't need all those pipes too, because it's a lot of them just to go to feed separate, you know, kennels. So we just have to pick the ones that I've already identified the pipes we need, and we need to have a shut-off switch so we can drain it every night. All right, well, whoever gave me this hat, I'm actually kind of enjoying it now. It does really keep my head warm. I know it probably looks ridiculous, but I feel like my life has come to this. I'm actually going to a ball this weekend, so I will be dressing up and getting all up in Wentworth. They're having their hunt ball. I'm very excited to go. I'm borrowing a dress from Judy, and because I don't no idea where my little ball grounds are. So I'm getting all dressed up, spending the night up in Fort Smith. I'm going with Betsy and Michelle, and we tried to get Elizabeth to go, but she just said flat out no. So that'll be fun, and maybe we will take some pictures. All right, that's all I got. So have a great night, everyone, and once again, thank you for following us and being part of Goldy Farm and making life possible for what we do and adding value to so many lives. All right, see you all later. All right, bye. Back to work. Okay.